Wow, look at that drawing back. You know, I felt like I hardly touched that. This move's going viral right now, and it's the Sling Shot Golf Swing. It's helping golfers add up to 30 plus yards of effortless distance, and the key thing is, they're not even swinging harder. And when I've seen the Sling Swing on YouTube before, it has actually amazed me why no coach has never talked about this core to why it works. And this is where we are gonna start. Now, I'm gonna break it down into 3 levels today. Level 1, how to feel the sling. Level 2, how to groove it in for consistency. And level 3, this is a biggie, how to make it stick for years. And when one of my students developed the Sling Swing, you should have seen the yardage that they had. 280 yards, high draws down the middle, 8 times out of 10. What a move. Now, this is level 1, the core. So the first thing I want you to realize that if we want that power in our golf swing, we have to make sure what starts our swing is correct. So often, we get great posture, we get a great grip, but many people's first move is to move their hands and their arms more in an upwards fashion. Or the alternative to that is just move them around the body. Now, you might feel as though you are turning your chest, but the reality is you're not. So let me show you those two again. Either this or this. This one's hard to see sometimes, this, because it actually looks like you've made a turn, but you haven't. Look where my chest is pointing. It's moved from there to there. That isn't enough. So I want you to have the idea right now at level 1, this is grooving the sling. The rib cage moves first. Okay, so a really nice way of bringing this into your swing is just like this, right? Couple of drills here for you at level 1. First one, put the golf club into your belly button. Then just take a grip as if you're in golf posture. It might feel a little funny where you're holding it, but do not worry. It's just about really initiating this as your starting point. So the old versions, this butt end would come off really early. I want you to keep the butt end in your belly button up to your hands at hip height. Now look how much more turn I have here. Then complete. Wowzers, I can feel the difference here. Look at my shoulders, look at my chest. My rib cage has moved. The key and the crucial part to this is why it's the core is, number 1, you're actually moving your core, but number 2, you're actually starting to move your rib cage more, okay? And it underpins every move. This is so essential. You saw this part here. 1, set. Look how much more round my arms are. If I was to draw a line straight down now, they'd be behind my heels with a great turn. Before, either here or here. No width, no turn, no good. So level 1, try that drill. You know what, you can even do that at home right now. Level 1, second drill, I just want to tuck, Justin Rose does this, right? Tuck your jumper underneath your armpits and you'll feel an element of more connection, okay? Now, all I'm looking for you to do is feel that connection, not all the way through the backswing, just up until hip height, just there. Then your arms can lift. That connection would come off slightly. Okay, it's not all the way on. What I'm looking for that first initial move is to move more with the rib cage and the chest, and then the arms work up to encourage a key element here, more depth. Right, let's hit one away at just level 1 and let's see what we can get. Let's see what ball flight. When I've used this element with students, they feel as though the club is slinging from so much more around them and through. It makes sense, right? Tuck it under, just feel that connection up until there, just that. This is level 1. Wow, look at that drawing back. You know, I felt like I hardly touched that. That was crazy. I felt so connected, almost like my bicep and my tricep were on to here, and then I allowed my arms to lift in the second phase. Not arms doing the start or arms just lifting to start the swing. Yeah, you know what? I love this. Now look at this as a starting point. 103 club head speed, 151 ball speed. Let's look at our path. Oh, we're swinging into out. We didn't quite square the face, and look how I hit up on the golf ball. The big thing is though, how far do we hit the first one? Oh, not quite our 280, but you know what? If we're hitting 269 at level 1, I wonder what level 2 and level 3 is. Anyway, this isn't about me improving, this is about you. Let's jump to level 2. Level 2, we're grooving in the sling swing. Now there's 2 cues I need you to be aware of. Lead arm height, right palm to the sky. Let me explain. So bringing in level 1, that was our core. What we need now is to feel as our hands pass our hip height, our lead arm moves above our chest. Now, so while that happens, we need our right palm to be more to the sky. Now, you're probably thinking, Alex, how on earth do I groove this? Well, I've got a brilliant suggestion. One of the hack motion drills you could use is the inside takeaway. So you know whether you're getting that core move correctly, you're lifting too much, or the arms are starting inside too much. Really dial in that phase. The second drill that I would really recommend is this pause at the top. Now, I actually don't feel you have to hit shot after shot after shot. You can do. You can start to see if you're getting it right within the motion. But 100%, the first phase is this, is address your golf ball. Now, make your move to the top, feeling core and then up. Now, many people will end up in this sort of cupped position here, either as a result of starting their arms too much around the body, or just not being aware of this position, or even just lifting these arms straight up. So I know I did that wrong. What I want you to do is feel those elements, left arm up, right palm to the sky, and you know if you've got it right or wrong. One, boom. That's the noise we want to hear. Now look at the structure. Come and look at this closely. This is the core and the consistency of the sling swing. We've got the arms with some depth. We've got the club face nice and strong with the right palm to the sky and the left wrist nice and flat. From here, we have that ability to swing to that right without any fear at all. So my 2 cues for you at the second level of today's video is we have to feel as our left arm goes parallel to the ground, it moves above our chest. At the same time, we feel right palms to the sky. And how we know if we get that right or wrong is we're using the hack motion to go boom, yes, or no, you did it too much, or we need to do it more. If you don't have a hack motion, let me tell you how you can troubleshoot. But first, should we see how far we can hit this one? Okay, address it. Wow, look at how bullet straight that is. It wasn't the 280 high draw, but it was like frozen rope straight down there. Look at this. 258, 260. We've still not got the 280. So that's maybe if we access that on the next one. You know what though? It was bloody good shot. It was such a good shot. So to troubleshoot certain shots, if you start hitting push shots to the right, this is what you've got wrong. You've not got enough of this at the top. The left wrist isn't flat enough and the right palm isn't enough to the sky. Really tune that feeling. If you're hitting slicers, then we've started to lift this club too much. We haven't got the core working correctly. And that would be then when our club works across that ball. So there's level 2. Let's move into level 3. This is how you have it stick in your swing for years. Ask yourself this question. If I wanted to axe something straight up and straight down, what direction would my arms move? The answer to that question would be just up and down. Now, unfortunately, we have too much up and down mostly, and then we go 2 round just with the arms. But our objective is we're trying to hit something hopefully in that direction, straight towards target. Now, what I'm suggesting here is this is how we think about the sequencing. All the top players over the last 50 years have impeccable timing. They also have great core mechanics, which we've learned. They also have great arm structure and club face, which we've learned and practice consistently with the hack motion. What we need to do now is break this down into a way your brain can go, Alex, this is how we do it on the golf course. Now let's wonder if we can get to that 280 mark, just like one of my students. I hope I can, I hope I can. So, think about this logically. If number 6, okay, was at the golf ball and number 12 was just straight above my head, we want to feel the core element, okay, level 1, up until 9 o'clock. From 9 to 10, this element right here, our right arm would start to fold. So can you see how my right arm is starting to fold and lift and lift. And then from 11 to 11:30, we're gonna really feel our right palm to the sky. So breaking those elements down again, boom, that's our core from 6 to 9. From 9 to 10, our fold that right arm and lift the left, this action here. From 10 to 11:30, right palm to the sky. Really holding that tray, look at the depth. And you soon realize now, if you make a great body move on the way back, so this core and depth, it makes our job a damn sight easier on the way down. And I said this to you right at the start of the video. You're all looking at fixing this problem down here, but the reality is something else is happening way earlier on. You've got no chance of fixing that unless you get this backswing nailed. I say to students time after time after time, stop, 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 stop. Don't do that. Fix the core problems, fix the depth. That is the core and the element of the sling swing. Right, let's hit this one away. Think about that timing. Just get that club waggling. I'm not doing it dot to dot. I'm feeling 6 to 9, 9 to 10, 10:30 to 11. Ooh. Oh, that was absolutely snorted. That is what a high draw is. That's got to be so close to 280. Data-wise is bob on. Look at this. Here we go. We swung to the right. That's our depth. So our core moving first. We had our face slightly close to our path, but still open to target. That's our feeling of that right palm to the sky and left wrist flat. That's how we got it to draw. With sling swing is pulling it back, getting it right, firing it through. And we hit up on this golf ball. The question is, what distance did we get? Oh, we just got over it, 286. Now this is not about me, but you saw the increase from level 1, similar in level 2, but look when you bring it all together with the timing element, like all the top players. They have great timing, and this is what you can now access. Thanks for watching.